Hey heroes, Cap here with a Marvel's Avengers video, and today I want to talk about Bucky Barnes, aka Winter Soldier, as he should be coming with patch 2.7 down the road at some point, and I feel like we're going to be getting some patch 2.7 news very soon. So to get ready for that, I want to talk about Winter Soldier, what I think he'll be built like, what to expect from his combat, his heroics, how he's going to feel, and how he's going to play when he drops in the game. As always, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up and hit the subscribe for more news as we get on into it. Now, with Bucky Barnes coming to the game, Winter Soldier, it'll be interesting to see how he will play. I feel like it's going to be a mix of three heroes that we have currently: Captain America, Black Widow, and Black Panther. Now, I don't want to say that he's going to be an echo by any means, but they're definitely going to reutilize some of the assets they already have in the game. That way it kind of feels familiar and they don't have to spend too much time on full animations, and we can get more heroes this way a little bit faster, hopefully down the road. We'll see how this goes after patch 2.7. Now let's talk about melee first. Melee for Winter Soldier, I feel like it's going to be a mix between Captain America and Black Widow. Cap being that brawler style, hitting them hard and hitting them often, where Black Widow's more acrobatic. She still hits and can hit very hard thanks to the new updates to her heroics, with them including might in there, but it's still more agile, more jumping around, ziplining from enemy to enemy. So I feel like there'll be a mix between the two. Now we know that Winter Soldier was trained in the Red Room, as well as Captain America being his best friend, his buddy along the ride. So it'll be interesting to see the mix of their combats together. Now speaking of the range style of him, now everyone's super excited as we've gotten a teaser image of Bucky Barnes already holding that AR. Now we don't know if that's going to be his range, and there's maybe different settings, similar to how Black Widow has different settings for her pistols. Full auto, semi-auto, and that high cal, which could definitely play into the assault rifle for Bucky Barnes and how he utilizes it. Another thing that they could use for the range of Bucky Barnes and save the AR for a heroic is something like Black Panther. Throwing those daggers, having Bucky wield his knife and throw the knife in order to get range effect and the range damage. I definitely am leaning more towards the knives and the utilization of similar to Black Panther's daggers in this sense, just so you can save the AR for all of his heroics and what he can do when he unleashes those heroics. Which, speaking of those heroics, let's talk about them. First up, the Assault Heroic. Since we're already on the AR subject, let's continue it. If the range is going to use those knives, expect the Assault to have that assault rifle. No way are you going to tease us with the assault rifle and not give it to us. Expect some type of fast firing, the ability to utilize it, and in high power. Maybe even a grenade launcher in some sort that kind of bounces around and explodes from enemy to enemy. Something that can hit multiple times but also deal a decent amount of damage, similar to Cap's Stranglehold. Now for Bucky's support, I believe it's going to be similar to Cap's as well, as it helps to buff the team. And this isn't just Cap's build, it's also Black Widow making everyone invisible. Miss Marvel can give them damage buff thanks to her healing spirit. Black Panther can give them a buff with those Kimoyo beads. So expect the support to be similar to that, with buffing the team in some sort, possibly defense or even a damage buff as he hits his fist down into the ground, similar to Cap crushing his shield into the ground, but that metal arm hitting it hard. Now as far as his ultimate goes, I'm not really for sure how they're going to portray this, whether it'll be a utilization of the assault rifle and his arm, and it's some kind of like damage buff of some sort, similar to Black Widow utilizing hers, or Cap going into Brooklyn Brawler status, how they both get those damage buffs, they hit harder and deal more damage. Similar to pretty much most of all of their ultimates that you have, especially with Black Panther's Boss Chosen. So it'll be interesting to see what his ultimate could be and how they utilize it in the game. Let me know in the comments below what you think his ultimate is. This is the one heroic I just didn't have a good idea on how to use it. However, I kept thinking about how in Falcon and Winter Soldier, how his arm fell off. I just imagine like him dislocating his arm, taking it off, and utilizing it as a nunchuck as his ultimate. Probably not what's going to happen. However, if it does, hilarious. I love it. I'm there for it. So that's how I think he's going to play, like in-game combat style, what to expect from melee, range, heroics from in between. I also hope that he's introduced with his own mission chain, closer to Spider-Man than Jane Foster, as Jane Foster was dropped in and not really explored yet, maybe down the road, hopefully down the road. But we've got Spider-Man that had his own mission chain and kind of told his own story that way. Hopefully we get something like that with Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, so we understand where he's been, why is he joining the team now, and you really have to think about when you bring in a new hero, why are they just now jumping in, as what's happened in the game so far has been pretty big. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this, what kind of combat you expect to see out of Bucky Barnes, and what you hope to see out of Winter Soldier when he drops with patch 2.7. As always, heroes, stay amazing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.